Absolutely. All right, gentlemen, let's move straight to our next conversation. The strength of any democracy lies in the active participation of its citizens in the political development. In just 2 weeks, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, says more than 2.6 million Nigerians registered in the ongoing continuous voter registration exercise ahead of the future elections. According to INEC, the figures cut across new re-registrations, transfers and replacement of lost or damaged cards, with youths accounting for up to 63.9% of applicants. The Commission added that the exercise is ongoing nationwide and reiterated its commitment to transparency and accessibility as Nigeria prepares for the next electoral cycle. Okay, Kayode, let me start with you. INEC says it has registered 2.6 million registrants, in just 2 weeks. How significant is this in, for the political development of Nigeria?
While we applaud Nigerians who had, performed their civic exercise, their civic duty, my worry is still there. And my worry is the data we churn out every 4 years, the election cycle, is quite disheartening. I can't remember whether we've ever reached 40% since 1999.
Talk about
in
voter
terms
turnout.
of voter turnout. And so this looks like, why are some of them getting cards? Good, a good number might be getting it to vote. But in most cases, some of them need it for their transactions, they need it for their every other thing, because it is also very legitimate
as an
ID card that you have. But beyond that, I think there's no better way to encourage this, is to say that let's go the Nigerian way. Let's have public holidays for people to do this. Some of us want to also have that opportunity, to still go. Let's also have journalists having opportunity to exercise their franchise on the D-Day. Because less than 40% is embarrassing. Do you understand? You will see American election, you'll be having 78, you'll be having 80-something%, and we are dealing with less than, sometimes 20-something%, sometimes 30%. And so these are issues that I am not saying this is not welcoming, but for us to really say, uhuru, we need more people.
So it's not a genuine reflection of voter, it won't really reflect in voter turnout.
It's going towards it. Let's not debate that. But I'm just saying that I want more figures. I want more people to say that, oh, you can bet it that as people possess their ATM card, they can also possess
their
PVC. That's the level we should get to. People should be able to have it. And, the people went as far as even threatening people. You will see some traders saying that if you don't have your PVC, you are not coming to market today. That's to the extreme.
Yes.
You understand? But whatever government can do, whatever political parties can do, they need more sensitization for this figure to go up.
Absolutely.
So for me, it's quite encouraging, but not good enough.
Not good enough. Okay, but let's look at the factors that contributed to this unusually high turnout. 2.6 million in 2 weeks. What do you think are the factors that contributed to this high turnout?
There are many things responsible. Number one, a lot of people have relocated, because if you relocate, some don't even have the patience to go and change their address. They want to collect another PVC. Number two is the fact that we have deaths anyway, those people have died. Number three, and the biggest about the fact that there are some people who are underage, who are probably 4 years ago, they are 40 years ago, and they have enough political education to know that they want to register to vote. So they are now 18. So we have more people. And when you look at the statistics, 65% are made up of youth. That is either some of them are those who have not voted before. Some of them are people who are just eager to collect that card, like he said. But my own worry and my own challenge to INEC is that, yes, they have done well so far, relatively. But this exercise should not also make people to be, it should reduce voters' apathy. Until they translate the registration onto voting, coming out on the voting day, then registration will be meaningless. if they translate the favor,
is it the INEC fault now?
No, it's not. That's not the INEC fault, because people anyway. In a way, it's INEC, because if the process is not well perfected, people are not used to waiting on the queue. They will get to the polling booth around 7 o'clock. The election materials will not surface until 11 o'clock. Some people will go home and will not come back. We have seen that before. At least I've been voting since 79. I know what people do. So INEC should also perfect. Yes, they have tried for this one. They should also perfect the processes for voting that day, so that apathy will not set in. Yeah, we know that people vote during presidential and governorship elections than National Assembly elections in Nigeria. So I think it is a good thing that people are interested in registering, but let them transfer it to performing their civic duty by electing.
It needs to reflect genuine reflection of voter enthusiasm.
So that on that day, we can have probably 50%, 60%. So people will not have any reason to say, yes, you voted. I was part and parcel of it. So apathy is something that we should debate.
Okay, very key points. Okay, but we need to go on this break, and when we return, we're going to be looking at that point you raised. That what should INEC be doing to ensure that this momentum translates to actual voter turnout? That's very key. We need to go on this quick break, and when we return, the conversation continues. Don't go away. All right, if you just joined us, it's still Journalists Hangout. I still have Tunde Abaton right here and Kaidi Ladendi. All right, so Kaidi, before we went on that break, we talked about the general reflection of voter enthusiasm, 2.6 million voters in 2 weeks. Now, what should INEC be doing to ensure that this momentum translates to actual voter turnout?
Okay, so apart from what INEC should be doing, we will also try and sieve out some of those perceptions and also ignorance on the part of some voters too. Because I hear people say, no, the process of 2033 was flawed, and therefore there's enough reason for them to have apathy. I think from the whole process of court, from tribunal to appeal to Supreme Court, all those things have been put to rest. Just to put that in context. Okay. So he has mentioned number one. Number one, INEC needs to assure people that even from these staggered elections that we are going to have before general election, we should not have their ad hoc staff coming to the polling station late. And the process of getting to the queue and voting shouldn't take more than 15 minutes. That means there must be regular training of their staff. This will encourage people to say, excuse me, just 15 minutes. Exactly. Because Nigerians can be so impatient. You see it in the way they drive. You see it in the way they do things. They just want to get there. They just want to shunt the queue. For example, I'm also guilty. Anytime I see 4 cars in a queue when I want to buy fuel, trust me, I'm just continuing my journey. I'm looking for the one that has just one or no vehicle on the queue. So INEC needs to understand the impatience of Nigeria and be very pacey. That's one. Number two, the idea that votes should count matters a lot. And this also comes to security. As much as it doesn't lie fully with INEC, they must work collaboratively with the security agents. Let there be secured environment for people to vote. Let nobody intimidate their neighbors that, hey, you must vote this place. If you don't vote this place, we'll kick you out of this place. We'll kick you out of this state. That rhetoric should be dealt with. It should be taken the way we are dealing with the issue of cyberbullying. That's the level we should also work towards it. And thirdly, political parties have serious role to play. And I think they've started that by telling people to go out and vote. Then number four, INEC needs to also pump a lot of money. Whatever budget that's been approved for them, they need to pump a lot of money on sensitization and reorientation. On our part, I can bet you that we're already working on doing some kind of, what do you call it now, infomercials for people to know the process of registering. Media houses should also do something. But beyond that, it's a commercial venture. INEC should also pay media houses to run this promo. And of course, NOA should also come in here.
Do you think if the Electoral Act is amended, this could actually you know, the
Electoral
trust.
Act,
The
I
trust
don't know whether
deficit.
it's too late to be talking about what should be put into Electoral Act, because I think it has gone through that stage. We're already looking at maybe final stage, and I think some necessary things that will be put there are already been put there. Some of them will encourage voter turnout. Some of them will make people to still be recalcitrant. And most importantly, I think this promotion by the media, by the NOA, by INEC, by political parties will go a long way in increasing the numbers.
Okay, now he's talked about the media, the political parties. Now, for political parties and civil societies, what should they be doing to drive this increase, you know, in voter turnout? And also, do you think they're also responsible for this increase in voter registration?
Well, I think it's basically the fact that, like I said the other time, a lot of underage people 4 years ago, they have not shown interest, those who relocated. But we need, like I said, we need to translate this such irregulation to voter turnout on election day. And as for the NGOs and political parties, there should be enough of rhetoric. You don't need rhetoric. Just persuade your people to perform their civic duty on that particular day. Because if people come out to vote, you know, people should be enlightened or educated in such a way that they should not have a resignation that anyway we know those people are going to win. You know, people should not have, because that one is a problem for Nigeria. We know the
because
result.
they don't trust the process.
Because they don't trust the trust deficit is there. So people should be mobilized and enlightened to the fact that even when you fail to turn out, you are encouraging a bad candidate to win. If you refuse to turn out,
you're encouraging a bad candidate to win. If you just say, I leave them. That's a very, very valid point.
But if you come out on that day, you will have convinced yourself that you have performed your civic role.
Sure.
And you have, because your vote is your power. The Nigerians have to know that their vote is their power. I think that message has to be drawn into their psyche by the political party.
Mr. Beto, I'm even worried about this issue of trust deficit. I'm worried about the narrative. For example, I was listening to El Rufai the other day when he was attacking the federal government. He was saying that even me, I lost election in my state. So let's give INEC some level of credence. He said even the president lost election in his state. So I am saying that let those people influencing the minds of young people that when their candidate do not win, the election is not credible. It's a wrong narrative.
But you know the problem in
an
Nigeria
Okada man won election.
The problem with Nigeria is that politicians don't lose election and congratulate
exactly.
each other. We are not so magnanimous
in defeat.
We have to be magnanimous in defeat.
Both in victory and defeat.
The person that has won
is part of the sensitization.
It's part of it. So let them sensitize and educate people that the mere fact that you have come out to vote, it does not mean that your vote has to.
All right,
it has to win.
Okay,
but it has to count.
Yeah, it has to count. It has. And for also some Nigerian youth, on election day, that's when they say, let's go and play football on the road. That is not the time to do that. Okay, it's time to, exercise your civic duty. So let's move straight to our final conversation.